I do believe without God, our marriage is already, destroyed, and we'll probably don't have another kid anymore. Um, you know, it's God really moved in our life, with with tremendous in a tremendous way. My wife is really amazing, to really trust in God and really hold on to His promise for both of us. And I was kind of drifting away at one point, but then God moved tremendously in her life, to touch me, and to move me to go back in track.
We went through some really rough times in our marriage. And I think during that time, if I didn't have God in my life, and if I didn't have that rock to hold on to, that strength, and that fight in me to, that my marriage was worth so much more, and God had us together, and God put us together, and it was just, I would say, one of the hardest things ever in my life to go through. And I couldn't give up, and I was angry, I was upset, but I knew God had a plan and a purpose, and I was gonna fight, and I knew that God could still bring good out of this bad situation. But like my husband said, if we didn't fight, if we didn't trust God, if we didn't come to Him during that time and just kind of gave up on our own and just trusted our own feelings and anger and bitterness and unforgiveness, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here together. We wouldn't have our second child. He also worked on both of our hearts to, strengthen each other, love each other a little deeper, and not just...
I think that just a little.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, way more than I think when we first got married. I think our love is a lot stronger and a lot deeper, and not only because of our feelings for each other, but how we love and put God first in our life.
There was a point where me and my wife was talking about that, like, we do believe, like, it's like a triangle thing that, if we just like go straight, like level like this, me and her, we were just gonna fall apart. But because we put God in the middle of that triangle, He's on top, and we're right here, we became stronger. My view of my wife now is so much different than compared, from the past. I drifted away, and then God just hauled on to us, because I do believe that God has a great plans for us as a couple, not just for our family, but for other couples out there.
If you're going through a struggle in your marriage and you feel like there's no hope or no chance of it working out, I would say that to really pour it out to God and just surrender everything to Him and put Him first, because He will also work on your heart. He will work on that. He will give you that strength, and not to focus on the problem, but to focus on how God will change it, or put your hope in God and not in the situation.
Don't give up on your marriage, because God has a great plan for you and your spouse. And not just for you and your spouse, but for people around you. there's a reason why, you know, married couple go through that process. Um, it's because God has a plan for them towards other people.
Mm-hmm.